So I've now seen the next 2 episodes of the OG Fionna and Cake, which were Bad Little Boy and The Prince Who Wanted Everything. And these 2 episodes both share one thing in common, and it's that both were not written by the Ice King. For something that's so prevalently known for being one of Ice King's fanfictions, these next 2 episodes have nothing to do with the Ice King. The first one is written by Marceline, so it focused on Marshall Lee, and the second one was written by Lumpy Space Princess, so it's focused on Lumpy Space Prince. And in both episodes, they kind of teased the ship between Fionna and the main character of that episode. So it's really making it seem like Fionna and Cake is just a thing for ships, which is what most fanfictions are, to be fair. So I guess that works. But I feel like what worked more in the first Fionna and Cake episode is that we didn't know it was just a random fanfiction at first. We thought it was real. We thought we were just seeing a gender-bent version of Finn and Jake, and we just watched them have an adventure. It was a plot twist that, it's an Ice King fanfiction. But now, since that no longer can be a plot twist, it feels like that's the only way they know to transition into a Fionna and Cake episode, is that the Ice King is reading it to somebody, or somebody's reading it for Ice King for him to listen to. But I did like Bad Little Boy a little bit more because that cold open was so funny. It had Dr. Prince running away with the Enchiridion and Fionna and Cake after him to try to get said book. And who do you think comes to save the day right out of the Enchiridion book? Ice King. Ice King comes to save the day. And they live happily ever after, going on a space adventure. I'm not sure what Ice King's obsession is with Fionna and Cake, but this episode really drove home that there is an obsession there from this first story that he written where he has just self-inserted himself entirely, to at the end of it where it reveals that he has a whole statue dedicated to Fionna and Cake. And he tells them that he promises one day that he'll find them because he knows they're real. And what we know now is kind of a funny thing to look back at and be like, oh, I know why you know they're real, but you don't know why you know they're real. And I don't even think they probably knew back then, but it's a cool new information to have. I say new information because some people don't like it when I used to read retcon. I think it was just supposed to be a crazy one-off that was said by the Ice King, and I don't think it was supposed to be something so crazy that it actually turns out to be real. But it's still interesting to look back at and think about, especially after the Fionna and Cake series just came out. The only other weird part I can say about these episodes is their placement in seasons 5 and 6, is that they're in seasons 5 and 6. Because at this point in Adventure Time, it kind of lost its original innocence and it's now trying to find a new identity. There's been a lot of more weird story-driven episodes, the Lich, Finn the Human, Jake the Dog, and these seasons are also everywhere at the same time because seasons 5 and 6 have a shit ton of episodes within them. So having a Fionna and Cake episode slap in the middle of both of them can be a little reliever, can be a little filler episode, can be a little de-stressor for a lot of people, and for the writers in general, they can really go off the wall and really go over the top with whatever type of story they want to make, and it doesn't have to make sense because these are fan fiction episodes where anything can happen because it's fan fiction written by in-story characters, and only the Ice King, and I guess Lumpy Space Princess as well, to be fair, thinks they're real. And that's the butt of the joke at this point, is that Ice King thinks they're real. But what are your opinions on these 2 Fionna and Cake episodes? Let me know in the comments down below and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. This is a very weird and interesting watch through, and I'm excited to see what the other 2 episodes will bring for me, will have. So with that being said, I'll see each and every one of you around next time. Okay, goodbye.